Hello everyone, welcome to RPIT Medical Campus. This is Dr. Priyanka Chauhan from Physiotherapy Department. Today we will discuss about the shoulder joint. Shoulder joint is a synovial joint, means a two bone wrapped in a synovial membrane. Subtype, it is a ball and socket joint, which means ball-like structure articulate with the socket-like structure. The shoulder joint articular surfaces of shoulder joint include head of humerus, which looks like a ball, articulate with the socket-like structure, that is the glenoid cavity of scapula. Here the head of humerus is quite large as compared to the glenoid cavity of scapula. There is also one unique point, that is only 1/3 of the head of humerus articulate with the glenoid cavity of scapula. It means it provides the more flexibility but not stability. It is quite unstable joint. We take an analogy that of golf ball over the golf tee. Here the golf ball look like a head of humerus and golf tee like a glenoid cavity of scapula. Now the question raised that which structure provides the stability to the shoulder joint? Here we have some structures, ligaments and muscle which provide the stability to the shoulder joint. Let's discuss one by one. The first structure is glenoid labrum. It looks like a bowl. To learn the glenoid labrum, we take it analogy like a bowl. Let's go back to the analogy golf ball over the golf tee. Here you can see that if the golf ball moves around, it will fall either on this side or this side. But if we keep a ball over the golf tee and keep the ball over this, it will provide more stability to the ball. It will not fall down when it moves around. Hence, like that, the glenoid labrum is a fibrocartilaginous ring which provides more stability to this joint. It increases the depth of the glenoid labrum by 50%, which adheres the head of humerus into the socket. It also has a suctioning effect, which keeps the head of humerus into the cavity. Now the next structure is joint capsule. The joint capsule encloses the shoulder joint all over round, which is loosely attached, especially inferiorly it has an axillary fold. The joint capsule is strengthened by the rotator cuff muscles, which blend with the capsule while passing and strengthen it all around except inferiorly. Hence, there is a higher risk of dislocation of shoulder joint inferiorly. Now, we have rotator cuff muscle, supraspinatus, subscapularis, infraspinatus and teres minor. Supraspinatus strengthens superiorly, subscapularis anteriorly, and infraspinatus and teres minor muscles strengthen posteriorly. Next structure, we have coracohumeral ligament, which attached to the coracoid process of scapula to humeral head. It provides stability superiorly. The next structure we have is transverse humeral ligament, which attached between the greater and lesser tubercle of the humerus, and the tendon of the long head of biceps passes deep to this. Now we have blood supply of shoulder joint, anterior and posterior humeral vessels, suprascapular vessels and subscapular vessel. And the nerve supplies are axillary nerve, musculocutaneous nerve and suprascapular nerve. This is all about the structure. Now we will discuss about the actions. As we earlier discussed that this structure provides more flexibility, hence it provides the movement in all direction, which are flexion, forward movement, extension, backward movement, away from the body, that is abduction, toward the body is adduction. This is lateral rotation, medial rotation, and this is circumduction. Now, this is all about the shoulder joint. I hope this video will help you in learning the shoulder joint. So please like the video and subscribe the channel. Thank you.